a quick recap review on what Kimora Lee Simmons had to say about her daughter and her dating situation. Please allow me a moment to check my sound. Please allow me a moment to check my sound. Can you guys hear me okay? Press 1 if you can hear me okay. And it normally takes a few moments for everyone to come on into the room. So I'm going to go ahead and do my disclaimer, and we're going to have a discussion about accountability. Let's get to it. So thanks for tuning in to Let's Talk About It Media 21. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and please share if you care. What are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about what's on Instagram, what's on Twitter, what's going on in the news around the world. Copyright disclaimer: under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. All comments are alleged, in our opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. And don't forget, the Cash App is Let's Talk About It Media. And have a great day. Stay positive, stay focused. Okay, so as we know, I want to say last month, Kimora Lee Simmons' daughter was spotted on vacation, and she kept calling a guy her boyfriend, my boyfriend. We're going out to get some crepes. Crepes? Crepes? Do they have crepes? What kind of crepe do you want? And people were wondering what's really going on. There were pictures that were posted, and it may have been from other people that noticed they were on vacation. We might not have ever even known that Kimora Lee's daughter, Aoki, was on vacation with this guy. So this morning, I didn't know what my topic was going to be. So I immediately saw this in regards to embarrassed. Kimora Lee Simmons basically spoke out in regards to Aoki. I am shocked that Kimora Lee is trying to say she was set up. Excuse me? Your daughter is of age to be able to date. She's made a choice. She made a choice. You have to realize many people talked about Kimora dating Russell. Set up? Were you set up when you dated Russell? Set up? Were you set up when you did the runway? Chose to marry him? At what age were you? Set up the situations that allege Russell has an underage. They say she was underage. I can't confirm or deny she was or wasn't, but there's history there. So she doesn't like that she got backlash because people were saying your daughter did what you did. Set up? How is she saying set up? You and Russell were questioned about your own choices. Set up. And it's interesting because you got to remember who she's friends with. She's friends with the K's and the J's. And we understand sometimes they can't take accountability. I'm going to play the clip, but I can't play the clip from here. But let's generally talk about what was said. The news media girl walks up to her and she made no comment about Diddy. She wasn't going there. Nope, I know nothing. I don't want to talk about it. She ain't going there. And she made it very clear. I know nothing what you're talking about in regards to Diddy. But the news girl walks up, and I don't know if this was plot plan, because some of these famous people, there's PR stunts. Maybe she felt like I can finally make my comment. They're going to catch me at some point. I might as well make my comment, get it over with. So she basically walks up to the girl and she said, "Hi, can we talk about, your daughter dating, the older gentleman, the restaurant owner. I think he's a restaurant owner or investments for restaurants, whatever it is." And she was like, "Yeah, made a choice, but dot 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 dot." And she was kind of like trying to figure out what to say. And then she was like, "A situation." And I don't know if they were really dating. Your daughter said, my boyfriend, my boyfriend, my boyfriend. Crepe? You want crepe? Your daughter mentioned those words, not the media. And I think that sometimes with famous people, they try to act like we didn't hear what we heard. Take accountability and say, and this is the biggest thing, as parents, It is parents' responsibility that your adult children or your children as they're growing up to make good decisions. But people were already side eyeing Kimora in regards to her own good decisions, in regards to Russell, and in regards to her ex husband. I think sometimes people have blinders on. And if you don't know, go back and look up the history in regards to Kimora Lee Simmons and her husband she just divorced. One alleged there was a concern in regards to if he was still married to his previous wife. Two, there was alleged comments in regards to he was trying to convince Kimora to date him, but he was acting as alleged. He was her ex-husband was acting as the ex-wife, but it was really him. Three, Kimora and her ex-husband had concerns with finances. Four, it was being alleged that Kimora and the ex-husband and Russell had some financial concerns in regards to moving or shifting money around. So we have to understand Russell's in Bali. There was many allegations in regards to him, and he moved to Bali. He's there. He's been there for what, a good 8 to 10 years. He's not coming back. And if he did fly in, he flew right back out where people didn't know he was coming. So the biggest thing is you have your grown daughter who can make her own choices, and everybody's saying, what's really going on? Because she also got on video, and we get it. Beautiful girl, beautiful spirited girl. Everybody's going to make choices about dating. But the biggest thing is, why is an older man flirting with a 20-something-year-old young girl? And why is she not saying, ick, what do you think this is? You're my dad's age. What's inside of her that didn't tell her he looks and he is almost similar ages as my dad? I don't care how it all happened. I don't know if she'll ever tell how he flirted or how he gave her a free meal or he paid for her Uber Lyft. We don't know the backstory. But there are people that are in their 20s that are not interested in somebody that's in their 60s. Real talk. There are people that are in their 30s that are not interested in somebody's in their 60s. Real talk. There are people that are in their 40s that are not interested in somebody in their 60s. Real talk. There are people that are in their 50s that's not interested in somebody in their 60s. Real talk. The biggest thing is she made a choice as a 20-something-year-old woman to go on a trip with this older gentleman, and she made a choice. I think sometimes Kimora puts her blinders on, because you also have to remember Kimora Lee Simmons was the one that talked to Chloe when Chloe was upset with Tristan in regards to dating. And it was Kimora Lee Simmons that says, what do they think they're doing? These are our men. She was talking about Jordan. Jordan got comfortable to actually act like she can approach your man. Excuse me, Kimora. Tristan had a party and didn't invite Chloe, who was alleged his girlfriend. Hello. Tristan had a party and didn't invite Jordan and Kylie. Hello, plot plan, I think, in many people's opinions. Tristan had a party and didn't invite Kim, didn't invite Kylie, didn't invite Chris, but he invited Jordan, right? So, and Tristan did not stop after the Jordan situation. He cheated and had a baby on Chloe. Hello. He was out of town weeks before their child was supposed to be born, holding hands with another woman outside of Chloe. Hello. But you're giving her advice that these women think that they can take our men. Tristan has been fair game. He was on a boat kissing somebody. He was walking into a hotel holding hands with somebody. He got Marley pregnant. They had a beautiful child. He's not interested in taking care of the child. And then you have Chloe making Tristan take a paternity test several times because she thinks that the child is not hers and Tristan. Hello. What in the world are we seeing? Are we talking about right now? So we're going to play this clip where Kimora is talking about her daughter dating. Was it a surprise to you?
It's a loaded question.
It's a
I
loaded
don't think she
question.
had an anything. I think
Had
that
it
was just
anything.
she's a young pretty girl, and
She's a young
I
pretty
think that we
girl.
don't think that the toes that we make
The choices that we
should be
make
like broadcasting the thing. And I
shouldn't be
personally feel a
broadcasted.
little bit like she was set up.
She feels she was set
I
up.
try to teach the girls, right? Maybe about that. Well, there's definitely an age dynamic
There's an
there.
age dynamic.
Nah, I feel like she was set up a little bit.
She said she was set up.
Embarrassed by it, or were you like, it is what it is, we'll be
Were
adults?
you embarrassed?
Probably both. I probably was a little bit embarrassed, but you know me, I'm definitely like, it is what it is, honey. Come on
It
home.
is what it is, honey. Come on home. Mommy's got your back.
Coming. So did dad or you up had a monthly allowance? Not existent.
That is not existent.
So no up and allowance. I did the allowance, and no, it hasn't been up. And
Allowance upping. Because you got to remember, Aoki, and this is the thing, people will tell on themselves. Aoki was joking with her dad that she's going to get a sugar daddy if he does not up her allowance. She's a grown young woman now. And when she said that, she was a grown young woman eating out of a pan with a huge spoon, telling her dad, up my allowance, and joking with him, up my allowance, or I'm going to get a sugar daddy. So there's situationships there anyway. So let's continue to listen.
and no, it hasn't been up. And Diddy, how are his daughters? How are the twins? I know
Diddy's house, his daughters' house, the twins.
they came over. We had dinner together.
She saw the twins. They came over. They had dinner.
With everything, there's a lot going on. They're being fabulous, and I love them
The
so
girls are
much. I have
fabulous.
their back. I watch all their animals. They're juniors in high school. They'll all be together
Juniors in
next
high
year
school.
with Kenzo, and they're really, really actually good big sisters to Kenzo and Gary and Wolf, and I think they love that because they're the little ones in the house normally, so I think they get to feel like the big ones. But they're just beautiful, and I love them so much, and I, have their back always and forever, and they know that. Last, right? How do you feel about the allegations against Diddy?
How you feel about the allegations about Diddy? Do you think there's any truth to it? I don't know all that. So she was freely able to speak about the girls. The girls are great. The girls spend time with her son Kenzo. Um, but yeah, I get that, people constantly side eye Kimora about her choices in men herself. And embarrassment, you gotta say, mothers teach your daughters different. It should be age appropriate. You should check into his background. You should make sure he has a good relationship with his mother, father. What does this mother, father do? Do they have problems with the law? This is general conversation that parents talk with their children about the environment that they're in. Here's this older man, she's 20 something. Here's this older man on vacation with their daughter. And when you really think about what's going on in the world, it is kind of scary. When you think about what's going on in the world, it is kind of scary. And younger daughters have to think about what their parents did prior to them, and some things could be planned, and you really need to be careful. Come on, you got to be careful. You don't know who's trying to get close to you because of what your parents might have done. Let's really talk about it. You don't know who's trying to get close to you because of what your parents did or didn't do, or there's some things that's going on in the streets. You got to look people up. You got to tell your parents kind of who you're hanging with. Give the last name, because you really got to think about stuff that's going on in the world. And you never know how you could be set up because of what is going on prior to you understanding what your parents might have done. You got to be careful, and you got to know who your kids' friends are. One of my friends, and I'll just be general, one of my friends, cool mom, laid back, chill mode. Her house is where the kids want to go. But there's these two individuals. It's very interesting. Two individuals. And the mom loves to throw shade at the other parents. And it's like, you can hang with him, But just be careful. I don't really want nothing to do with, because the mama is speaking ill will on the other parents. She didn't like that. So, in the conversation, I told y'all this before. In the conversation, there are some kids back in the day would make sure the kids, if one kid didn't have what they needed for the school year, some of the kids would pitch in and give some of their outfits to the kid to help him look fly. But when you find out that there's a mom that speak ill will of other parents, you make sure your business stays in the house, because she'll tell your business too. Real talk. Let your kids have great friends, because sometimes the friendship is bigger than the mama or the dad talking crazy. You know what I'm saying? But in regards to this, I just think that Kimora continues not taking accountability, gave Chloe bad advice, real talk, because Tristan wasn't nobody's man. Go back and look up the video where Chloe's screaming, Chloe's talking to Tristan's friend, and Kim's laid up with a blanket, and she's screaming, and Malika's trying to calm her down. They get Kimora on the phone, and then she's basically like, yeah, these women think they can take our men. Tristan had left a girl pregnant, and he dated Larsa first, alleged. Then he dated Chloe, and he was on vacation with Chloe 2 weeks after he met Chloe. So I'm sure Larsa Pittman's like, good for her. Because Tristan put Chloe through it. And then there's a video I'm gonna do. I heard Chloe. I'm gonna see if I can put. I don't know if it's on this phone. Chloe had said that it sickens her that she's helped Tristan get to this point, and now she has to let a man go after she's put in so much work on him. Girl, he's still the same guy. Dating around, having children on her, shading her, basically not respecting her. Tristan wanted to cheat in peace, and Chloe wouldn't let him. Tristan wanted to be out there, and Chloe wouldn't let him. Let me see if I can find that video where Chloe's basically talking about, I put in all this work, and I know I have to give him up. Girl, that man wanted to cheat. He wanted to date around, and Chloe would not allow it. So then they tried to convince Tristan that dating Chloe is the ideal thing to do. Let us put you on a show. Let us help you get jobs. Stick with my daughter. This is where you should be because we have money. That's basically what it was. And they utilize him, and he goes for it. They utilize him on the show. I don't know if I can find that clip. It's probably on this phone. But yeah, Kimora Lee is basically talking about the daughter. She feels that her daughter was set up. People are probably going to side eye her, which they probably should. Your daughter made a choice. And as it is what it is, she's of age to date, you know. Let me see. I don't know if it's in this one, but just be patient with me. Yeah, I'm going to probably play that later on today. But this is but let's get into the situation in regards to Russell. Okay, so I saw a video the other day in regards to Russell likes to give different speeches because, of course, he can't be here for guys like he used to be. He was saying, in regards to the beef, in regards to the Drake and Kendrick situation, he was saying back in the day he would stop a lot of people from getting into different arguments. And he was good and known for that. And he would basically say, come on, you guys, let's focus on our families. Let's focus on making this money. You need to be here. And he said he's stopped a lot of situations from happening. So people were like, dude, how are you getting advice like that when you're in Bali not having a connection with your kids and you're talking about what you did? Why not talk about what you're doing now? So people went in on Russell because he loves making videos once a month trying to tell people what they should be doing. But people love going back at it and saying what you are doing. And I don't know if you saw, I did a video in regards to after Usher finished the Super Bowl, because this ties into Kimora too, Usher. Usher went to go see Russell. And many people were like, what? Why? Why? What? You got married, you decided to take a trip to go see Russell, and then people were like, you can't tell people who to be friends with. And a month later, then it was Lisa Ray. Lisa Ray was spotted hanging out with Russell. And it's interesting because you could tell that Lisa Ray was dancing, having a good time. And the girls that's normally around Russell was kind of looking at Russell like, why are you looking at her like that? I think I did a video of it or I kept it. I don't know. But yeah, the girls was kind of dancing around Russell and it was Lisa Ray dancing. She was gigging. And she went out to see him too. And then people were saying, okay, is Lisa interested in a Russell? Or is she down there getting advice on a project or a business deal? I'm sure people still see him because he's very knowledgeable. Russell's very knowledgeable. He's wrote books. He's had some success. He's had some fails. Remember that card? The rush card? Yeah, but it's all interesting in regards to, and then some have said, I'll give it to Diddy because at least he's not running like Russell. And like I said, all allegations in regards to Russell are alleged. Diddy has not been charged, even though they raided his house. He has not been charged. Even though some people are saying, "Oh, this is when it's going to happen," they don't know because Homeland Security don't rush for anybody. Homeland Security was tight-lipped when they went to Diddy house. They didn't even tell a lot of the people at Homeland Security where they were going. They just went because they didn't want any leaks. They didn't want any leaks. And then they were trying to say, "Oh, Kim decided to stop following Diddy 2 days before." That could have just been a situation in regards to them hearing something in the streets. So who knows what was said or what was done, or if it was a Rodney situation. I mean, I would have figured they would have stopped following him around the Cassie situation. You know what I mean? But yeah, Kamora's not taking accountability of her parenting. She said Russell is non-existent. It's almost like he's not there. He's not supporting. We don't talk to him. We leaving him where he at, and that's in Bali. But when you look at the Russell situation concerning, when you look at the Kimora Lee situation and her ex husband and the Russell situation concerning, and when you look at, sorry, but true, when you look at the Aoki situation and dating the man that was 60s in his 60s concerning. So you can't just say, okay, it's just Aoki, you know, it's all three of them, to be honest. And that's what people were talking about. Yes, they were talking about her dating. And then she also, Aoki had said to people, hey, can you guys, stop talking about how skinny I am? Agencies don't want to fool me because they're saying I'm too skinny. And she said, please talk about good stuff. Talk about, so she tried to change the narrative. And she did break up with the guy that same week. They were basically saying they're no longer together. So, you know, did you see the picture when Kimora posted a panda bear? There was two panda bears. The panda bear went to go get the small panda bear, hopped up on some kind of wooden plank or something, and then the panda bear went running again. So that was Kimora kind of joking about it. But making sure your younger daughters don't get caught up in a situationship is a job in itself, and you have to be cautious, and you have to please like the video as you guys come in. Please like the video as you come in. Please say hello. Please say hello. But yeah, it's the people have been giving Kimora and Russell side eye for years. And then in the situationship in regards to her ex-husband, they've been giving them side eye for years. So business savvy, yes. Smart in regards to starting a business, yes. But to be respected in the industry, well liked in the industry, people kind of question Kimora and Russell. Now they're starting to question the daughters who was of age. It was her choice to date this guy. It was her choice to go on a trip with this guy, and she made a choice. And she was the one that video recorded it as well. But it seems as if someone from maybe a tabloid or whatever posted the picture of him taking pictures of Aoki. And they were like, that seems slightly creepy. Okay. So I think this might hopefully be a learning lesson for other young women, not to shade and embarrass, but I think this is a learning lesson for younger women to say, be careful. You don't know what the plot plan is, you don't know what their intentions are, and you have to be careful anytime you go to their house, anytime you go on their boat, anytime you take a trip with them. You really have to be careful, and you have to talk to your daughters about it. But I just wanted to do a quick video in regards to that. Let's get to in regards to Shannon Sharpe and Shaquille O'Neal. We get that Shannon Sharpe is the moment. He is doing a lot of great videos in regards to his interviews, in regards to his show, The Nightcap. Shannon Sharpe is doing extremely well in regards to media. And I know YouTube is like, wow, he's out there. He has several pages. He has the Club Shay Shay and he has the Nightcap. So recently there was interviews and there was talks. So let's get into the clips. You guys can screenshot that. But let's get to the video.
President of the Big Man Alliance. You are the Vice President of the Big Man Alliance. You know I love you. You're the best player in the league. I want to congratulate you, but I want you to hear from me first. I thought the SGA should have been the MVP. That's no disrespect.
Bill, Russell, and Kareem, and rightfully so.
Let's get through some of these clips.
But we're never going to see another guy Shaq size with his athleticism that was as dominant as him. Yeah. And he robbed himself because he didn't take it serious enough. Did he take it serious? Not nearly as serious as he should have. Shaq should have 5 MVPs. Shaq should have 7 titles. And I think he sees a guy like Nikola Jokic, Bill, Russell, and Kareem, and rightfully so.
Next clip.
Ocho, everyone's family. Okay. Shaq, about the comments that I said last night. Shaq said, you took me sticking up for Shea as jealousy of Joker shows how smart you are and how you say anything to get clicks. That's not what I did, but anyway. So here's the clickbait for you. If I ain't ranked in the top 10 in your profession, then you can't speak. Don't forget, I know what you did to get where you're at. Me jealous sounds like you jealous. I know you're trying to stay relevant by gossiping on your podcast. We don't believe you. You need more people in case you forgot 4 rings, 3 finals MVPs, top 50, top 75. And to be quite frank, all this success you got still under me. You
like the videos you come in. Like the videos you come in.
I work less, but not blah, blah, blah. But anyway, love you too. If you need help making money, it's better ways than gossiping. I'm too old for this ish. Love always. The most dominating big man ever. Never took it serious. Remember, I know you and you know words of Ocho, everyone's family.
So we're going to get to the next clip. Of course, Shaq and Shannon Sharpe are kind of beefing. I have to play my music over it so that way there's no issues. But yeah, they're kind of beefing right now. And then Shannon Sharpe is just basically reading a letter in regards to his response. Let's get to the next clip because this is his response to Shaq.
Tag G14 classification. I have it, you don't, not in my profession.
Wait, when that happened?
He just, about 10 minutes ago.
Shaq in the chat?
No, he on IG. I've never professed. I've never professed that I was as great as Shaq. Mm-hmm. But what I will say,
yes, sir,
I got what I got because I worked my ass off. Now, yes, Shaq has been the one to say it. That he didn't work as hard, he didn't train as hard, he didn't eat as well as he should have.
Right.
Shaq is the one that anytime someone wins an MVP, he talks about how he should have been the MVP over Steve Nash. Now, you guys have heard me speak glowingly. I say Travis Kelce is better tight end than I was. So was Gronk. So was my guy, what's his name? For the Chargers. And it's I'm better than you. Hashtag G14 classification. I have it, you don't, not in my profession.
Wait, when that happened?
He just, about 10 minutes ago.
So let's get to the next clip. He going in and he giving his response.
Antonio Gonzo, Big Winslow. I'm cool. I got no problem. You know why I got no problem, Ocho, with giving people credit?
Right.
Because I got everything out of my God-given ability. God gave me the ability to do what I could do. But he gave me discipline, he gave me dedication, the way I trained, the way I ate, the way I slept. So this was all I could get.
Right.
Now, I would have felt some type of way if I'd have got these numbers and I half-assed it. But I never half-assed it. Kobe said Shaq should have won, and they should have won.
Right.
But my thing is that you can't, and it said greatest characters.
Please like the video as you come in.
No, am I a top 100 player? No. Am I the equivalent as a football player as Shaq was as a basketball player? No. But what I did do is that I maximized that. And my question, if Shaq and Antonio Gates, Gonzo, Big...
So the moral of the story is Shannon Sharpe and Shaquille O'Neal are going back and forth, and Shannon Sharpe responds and reacts to the paragraph that was sent to him in regards to Shaquille O'Neal. We understand many people are shocked, and they shouldn't be. Shannon Sharpe has been doing podcasting, news media, sports commentary for so long. He's going to comment on what is going on. He's going to react on what's going on. He's going to give his opinion. That's what he does. Not everybody's going to agree with Shannon Sharpe. Not everybody's going to deal or agree with Shaq. But it is what it is. Let's get to the next topic. It's being reported that there's an investigation that's happening in regards to investigation launch after LeBron James is compared to, yes, a monkey in regards to a post at the new school in New York. So I'm not going to go any further and show a picture because there is a picture and I'm not going to do that. But there is some concerns that's going on. Let's get to this next situation. And I think that it's about Drake. Will it be here? They were talking about alleged Drake's Toronto home attacked by another alleged trespasser. You can't make this up. What in the world? So when things continue to happen, sometimes people will sell their home because they don't feel comfortable in that home anymore. Or he'll just travel the world for a good, as he's touring and maybe go back to that home weeks from now. But if there's another situation at Drake's home, that in itself is concerning. I had heard about it last night, but I had just made all kinds of videos yesterday, y'all. I couldn't even update y'all, but there are people that's talking about it in regards to another situation. There's the article. You can screenshot it, read it. I guess this is the police going down the street trying to figure out what's going on. There's a bunch of people out there figuring out what's going on. And it's basically saying a person arrested after the attempts at breaking into Drake's home one day after the security guard was injured. You can't make this up. What in the world? Oh my goodness. There's just so much going on. And I just wish him safety. I wish him well. This is like serious, y'all. This is serious. This is so serious. But, I don't know. I mean, I get that there's beef in between Drake and Kendrick, but no, I don't think a lot of people would have ever thought that this would happen. I don't think they thought this would happen. Because, of course, there was beef in regards to Chris Brown and Quavo. So you have to see that there's definitely a difference in regards to Chris Brown and Quavo and Drake and Kendrick. But in regards to the police reporting, they're basically saying they realize that there's a beef, but this could be just some street stuff. But why now? People are asking why now. So just wanted to come in, do a quick video. I hope everybody has a happy Friday. Check out some of my clips I just did. It's Funny Friday. Sometimes I'll do Funny Friday. It'll be funny clips, just talking about different stuff. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. I hope everyone's doing well. Please like the video as you come in. Please like the video as you come in. Please speak. Let me know where you're chiming in from. it actually pushes out the video further when you interact with the page. Please like the video as you're coming in. So there, I was wondering what topics I was going to do. And neighborhood, Hollywood Unlock. Hollywood Unlock never disappoints. They never do. Whenever I need a topic, I could always go to Hollywood Unlock, and they have everything that I pretty much need. So shout out to Hollywood Unlock. So please like the video as you guys come in for the replay game. Let me know what you think about the topics. Are you surprised in regards to the situation in regards to Kimora? Are you surprised in regards to Kimora's response? Are you surprised in regards to Shaq and Shannon Sharp? Are you surprised that people continue to, and Drake continues to have situationships about his home? And are people doing this because they wanted to do it, and now this was an opportunity for the street stuff to happen? I mean, safety for Drake. This is a serious situation. He does have a family, and I'm sure he has to be extremely cautious because of everything that's going on. But thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting the channel. Everyone have a great day. Focus on healthy, safe relationships. Be around people that's loving, kind, and respectful. Goodbye.